right, Bryn? I'll be there now in a minute. All right, Glenn? You tidy like? Cracking. Oh, Glenn!
What?
Can I get an omelette?
And more cheese.
I'll have it. That'll be tidy. My name's Karyn Barrett. I am a wife, a mother, and a Nessa from Gavin and Stacey Impersonator. I first got into Gavin and Stacey. I was lucky enough to watch them filming the pilot of Gavin and Stacey outside Marco's. So I was like, oh, I wonder what they're filming there. So when it actually aired on screen, I remember ringing my husband, he was at work, and going, I've just seen what they were filming. It's called Gavin and Stacey and it's brilliant. I absolutely love it. So we're currently in Gavin and Stacey's house. I'm actually in Gavin and Stacey's bedroom. This is the magical bed, okay? This is obviously owned by the most wonderful lady in the world, our Glenda. She is the Queen of Barry and should be treated rightly as so. Glenda has had the house for 35 years now and has opened a home up to nearly 30,000 beautiful Gavin and Stacey fans whose lives have just been made that bit richer by the generosity of Glenda opening her front door. Every single penny that she has earned from the tours and from doing the filming in the house as well has all been donated to Barry RNLI, and that's something she's really proud of. It's an honour to be her friend, to be fair.
So how did all this start?
It's quite a long-winded story, to be fair. So if you've got time, you want to listen. If you don't, that's fine. It started as a joke. My hairdresser had badgered me for years and said, if Ruth Jones came to Barry and met you, you're more Nessa than Nessa. And she wrote it just for you. So that was a little bit how it first sort of discovered. And then me and my husband were on holiday one year, and there was a couple from up north behind us, and the wife came over and said to me, you're from Barry, aren't you? And I went, I am, as it goes. Like that, and laughed at her. And she went, see, I told you. She said, we've been arguing for 20 minutes over there saying that woman sounds so much like Nessa, it's insane. Ruth Jones came to Barry and she did the light switch on up in town. Now, Barry town probably holds about 500 to 600 people at max. And when she turned up to turn the lights up, there was about 4,000 people there. It was crazy. You couldn't see her, you couldn't hear her, and she was like a tiny little dot on the stage, and everyone was climbing up the lampposts and up on the walls. It was insane. Then I thought, we got a high street switch on coming up next week, and I was running a cafe for adults with learning disabilities on the high street. So I thought, I'm going to dress up as Ness. I'm going to do it. So I did. I dressed up as Ness on the high street. I ran up and down abusing people. It was probably the first time in my life I could abuse people without getting a slap. And it was brilliant. And everybody absolutely loved it. And from then I got my my very first job as Ness, which was pretty crazy. A friend of mine is a Lady Gaga impersonator, and her best mate is a David Beckham impersonator. And she rang me up and said, he's looking for a Nessa. Do you want to do it? And I was like, it was just a bit of fun running up and down the high street. It's not really something I'm interested in pursuing. I'm a carer, that's what I do. And she said to me, just do the video. It was lockdown, so it wasn't in person. Just send the video over to him. If they like you, they'll keep you. So I did, and he came back to me a couple of days later, our Andy Hammer, our David Beckham, and said, they want you to come and do the job. And I was like, oh, yeah, all right then. What is the job? And he said, Ruth Jones's body double and voiceover for an advert for the BBC. I was like, what? Are you mad? Oh, Ruth, let me help you with your balls, all right? And it just flew from there. You all right? You all right, guys? Oh, you looking for a new house? Well, I'm here. Christmas dinner in a box. Tidy. All right, babes? What's it, Kira? It's me, Ness. Look at you with your new book. Your book is called Lush. Who do you think is Lush?
Oh, Ness, I tell you what, who I think is Welsh. Ryan Gosling. Now, I tell you what, I think Gav would let me have a night off so I can go off with Ryan Gosling, Ness.
So it was little things like that that sort of made me think, oh, I could possibly do this. So I did. Right, so we are inside Gavin and Stacey's house, guys, all right? This is Gavin and Stacey's bedroom, which of course was mine as well, all right? So, yeah, on the bed, we got a clear blue pregnancy test. It's not used. It's not that strange, all right? And the bedding is identical as well. It is the original bedding. Same curtains up on the wall. And you've also got the dolls from the show, which were down in the lounge at the time. Now, if I take your attention just over here, guys, you can see all of the scenes that were filmed in this room. So we've got the hen party where our Nessa decides that maybe Cat Deely would have been a better fit for a bridesmaid, okay? We've got him getting ready to go out for the hen party. And of course, the most famous scene in this room, just on the end of the bed here, where Gavin finds out that his balls finally work. Let's come with me and I'll show you around the rest of the house. Oh, Gwen, don't forget to spray before you comes out, all right? Oh, let's go through to the kitchen, because it's where all the true magic happens. It's where our Gwen makes all the omelettes like. Come with me. And like any good chef, you've got to wash your hands before you start your omelette. Oh, Glenn's, you're going to make me an omelette then, or what?
Oh yeah, ham and cheese.
Tidy.
Rock on, Tommy.
Cheers, Gwen. Now we're off into the lounge. Let me show you around, come on. So we're now in the iconic lounge, all right, guys? Now listen, this is the seat where our Doris was sat when she was eating the fish and chips, like, and we all thought she was dead, but she wasn't. She was just sleeping. Now, if you want to know more about the house and have a proper look around the lounge, you need to book yourself on a tour. Oh, where you going? Come back. If you want to see more of the lounge, you got to book on a tour. I'm not here for my health, all right? Tidy. Oh, Glens, I'm off over the island now. I got my key. I'll see you later.
All right, fuck off.
All right, tidy.
Can I have two, please?
Sorry, love. I gotta do this because I don't know you from Adam. And he's been bad twice. Now be on your way. Now listen, a typical day for me is just simple. I'm a mother, a wife, I got dogs, I got kids, you got school runs. And then once all that is done, all the shenanigans is out of the way, all right? Then my day truly starts. This is when Nessa comes to life, all right? I got my emails, I've got events that I go to, I do weddings, I do christenings, I do birthdays, bar mitzvahs, I'll even turn up at a funeral, if you ask me nicely. A company called Lookalike, he's hired me to go to a nightclub. And in that nightclub, my job role was to stand on a fire escape and throw McDonald's burgers at students. And it was probably one of the funniest moments of my life. And after all the burgers were gone, I came down the fire escape and this young lad came over to me and he was like, Ness, I saw the way you threw that burger at me then. I absolutely love you, will you marry me? I went, oh, back off, I'm taken, all right? And left him there. He was bereft. In my very first job was a body double and voiceover for Ruth as Ness. First job I ever done. Insane. I've worked with Iceland. You got a best friend who likes the karma. It's boring, I know, but that's what she likes. I also renamed with the Premier Inn, the Wassa Karyn. That was absolutely immense. I've also done videos for local estate agents called Knights Estate Agents. That was probably the best video I've done. It was so brilliant. I think I'm on 1.4 million at the moment on that one. It was really, really good. Social media has completely transformed anything I could have done by myself as an impersonator. Without TikTok, without Facebook, without Instagram and all the rest of it, I would not have the following that I have. And I'm really grateful to every single person that takes the time to like my posts, write a comment, whether it's good or bad. It don't matter to me. At the end of the day, if it's a bad one, I'll come and give you a hug. Simple as. Do you know what I mean? But it has completely transformed my life. Like, I can't walk down the street of Barry without people going, oh, oh. It's very important to me that Barry gets the wealth spread out because the island gets everything, okay? So we've got the likes of Barry Baidos, the Colquitt Arms, which is the coach and horses. We've also got the Tadros Inn, which is the dolphin pub, and we also work with Finnegan's on the island as well as Tallulah Travel, which is Dave Coaches. So there's a lot of moving parts to what I do, and of course Nessa's Slots and Marco's. Then once I've answered all the emails, works out what I'm doing that day, off we'll go to the events or on a coach tour. Now, I do a pub crawl on Dave Coaches, okay? So it's an over 18 ride. We go to all the locations that we use as pubs. So we got the Coach and Horses, the Dolphin, etc, okay? We do karaoke on the way round. We have free drinks on there. We also do quizzes, prizes, and it's so much fun that you just don't come back sober. It's a bit of a nightmare. We had a couple come from Scotland a few weeks ago and they only came back down for 2 nights. They ended up staying for 4 because they were that hungover. It's great fun. Dave Coaches is the original coach. She's 37 years of age this year. And when you get on there, you know for why. She can't get up hills. She's very rattly. She's so authentic because when they did the character for Dave, Dave needed a coach. And that coach needed to be as riddled as our Dave, right? So they made sure everything rattled, nothing works on there, and it smells like Dave's bedroom. But apart from that, she's still going. So we're grateful we still got her, to be fair. I do quite a bit of charity work, and my husband also works for a charity as well. So he works for Vale Plus, which is a local learning disabilities charity. So we do a bit of fundraising for them. We also work very closely with the Vale Domestic Abuse charity, where I will go along and I will host an evening. It can be bingo, quizzes, or even just a big grand evening where they're having a giant meal, just to raise some money for those families who are in a situation they need to get out of, okay? And now next month we are doing a walk for Valindra, where we will be doing a 6k walk around Barry with everybody who's come along to fundraise. I'm just going to come along just to spur them on and have some fun and just make sure everyone gets that 6k all the way around and we can raise as much money as possible. So those are the 3 that I've chosen for this year. Oh! Sling your hook or I'll break your face, alright? Being Nessa has completely transformed my life. It has changed everything. What's your favourite Nessa quote?
Becca?
Oh, behave yourself, alright? Everything has changed.
Hello.
Alright, babe, you good?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good, babe. Because everyone loves a bit of Gavin and Stacey. Well, listen, you won't get any of this down Second-Hand City, babes. You haven't got a box. They'd laugh you out of there, to be fair. You got a box?
No.
Not going to happen.
I'm Louis, 41 years of age, and I run the Barry Baidos shop on Barry Island. I started as myself and my friend Reese. We started off 12 years ago. We both had an idea to put a road sign on a mug. They sold out within 24 hours, and then we started doing window stickers and keyrings and magnets, and it just blew up within the first couple of months. We were like gobsmacked. So we pitched up down there for like 2 years, and then I took the shopping on my own then in 2016. Everybody just loves me in Knockoff Nessa. She's friendly, she's polite, she's good with the customers and the people walking around Barry Island, and everyone just loves Knockoff Nessa. You know, you've only got to say to Barry Island to someone now, and the first thing they'll say to you is Gavin and Stacey. It's you know, it's synonymous with Barry. It's just put it on the map. You get people coming from Australia, America, all around Europe. They all come to Barry Island because of Gavin and Stacey. And if we didn't have Gavin and Stacey, I don't think that half of these people would be here.
Gavin and Stacey have literally put Barry on the map. There is nowhere in the world that you can go and they will go, "You're from Barry, aren't you?" And you're like, "Yeah." "Oh, Gavin and Stacey." And if they don't know Wales and you say Barry Island, they know it from the show. It has actually catapulted the island. The tours have gone absolutely through the roof. And also the shops are seeing footfall that they've never seen before, because everybody just wants to come and get that iconic photo on the island, outside the slot, outside Marco's, and come to Barry Baidos and spend their hard-earned cash. And we're happy for it, we're here for it, all right? If I'm honest, the Barry locals are possibly the most amazing people you will ever meet, right? When you think of Barry, for years it had a bad reputation, right, as being a bit rough, but it's not. The people are salt of the earth. Wherever I go, I get love, photos, shouting, "Oh Ness, what's occurring? We loved you." Every single Barry person I have ever met has had nothing but love. And you know what? They got my heart. So for me, I'm not just limited to Barry. My experience with the fans is totally outside of the box. Like, we've already got a wedding booked in Ireland for 2027. You know, we get people on the coach coming from all over the world. We had one lady come from Hawaii, and I was like, "Hawaii, are you here?" Do you know what I mean? It's a bit bonkers, because I'm getting on a plane and I'm going to Hawaii for my holiday. I ain't coming to Barry Island for my holiday. Do you get what I mean? And she turned to me and she went, "Honestly, Ness, on my life, it is a cult classic on the island of Maui. Everyone goes round going, 'What's occurring?' And I can just see The Rock doing the thing." So, I'll see you later. Thanks, Lem. Send me a message how much I owe you.
Yeah, no worries.
And I'll just ignore you, all right?
Knockoff Nessa's great.
It's the attitude and the stance as well. Like, she even stands like Nessa does. It's great.
Oh, what's occurring? You all alright? You tidy? Nice to see you. Alright, Mike?
All good now?
I'll have a pint of wine, please.
Coming up, babes.
Tidy.
There we go, my darling.
You're a cracker, you are.
Take care of that.
Loves it. What's occurring? Well, we're here at the Dolphin, aren't we, of course. The most iconic place apart from the house. And my family and friends, they absolutely adore what I do. All right, they're behind me every step of the way. We are a family-run business as well, because my husband chips in, my daughter-in-law chips in, even my son has come and done filming for me in the past as well. So I think my proudest moment with my family is when I first started doing this. My little boy was really embarrassed because he got teased. "Your mum's Knockoff Nessa," and all this sort of stuff. And he came home on the last day of school and said, "Mum, I'm thinking about the prom next year." And I went, "All right, okay." And he went, "Is there any chance you can pick me up with my mates on Dave Coaches and take me to the prom?" And I literally, in my heart, I was melting, but I couldn't show him. It was lush. I mean, when I do the tours, we get people on the coach who come on their own, and they're frightened, they're on their own. And then by the end of the night, they've made friends for life with everybody. And it's just created a really beautiful community. And like Christmas Day, when they did the finale, we had, I think it was 100,000 people on the live, because I'd said to everybody, don't be on your own at Christmas. If you want to watch it with us, we'll all sit together and chat. So we did a watch party from here. There was about 60 people here as well. And it was just the most amazing thing ever. It really, really was. All right, Norm, you trying to get in or what? It's Norma the cat. I think one of the most memorable moments that I've had in my career was when I met a beautiful lady who was 92 over the island. She'd just come from hospital, she had stage 4 cancer, and her bucket list was to meet Ruth or Ness. And they were on the island and they drove past, spotted me, stopped the car, and she got out. It took her ages, bless her. She came over, she was shaking, she was crying, and her daughter was like, she thinks you're Ruth, just go with it. So I did, and she was just the most beautiful soul. She was so happy, so excited, and it was probably one of the moments, that I sat there and realised what James and Ruth had actually created was something so special that it meant so much to somebody that it was on their bucket list. I have developed so many different types of relationships since I have become Knockoff Nessa. We have friends online who I would never have ever met before. There's other impersonators that I've met online that I would never have ever worked with before. I've done jobs that I only could have dreamed of. Like I've worked with Ruth, which was absolutely one of my pinnacle moments, you know, which I would never have been able to do that if I hadn't have been Knockoff Nessa. When I was a body double for Ruth, for my first job, that was like everything I wanted to achieve right there in that moment. And everything else that's come along since then has just been lush. Things I enjoy the most about being Nessa: making people smile, making new friends. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, do you know what I mean? Tidy.
I met a girl by the side of the road. She offered me tea, but I shook my head no. See, I'd been warned off of girls of her type. They'll give you their smile, but take